So here we have in the bowl today, and I'm trying to make wontons. I know it's a bit late for New Year's Eve, but in this bowl here I have a packet of Tesco's sausage meat, which you will find near the ham down the chiller cabinets. And so I've got a packet of the sausage meat in here. Now when you cook sausage meat, you need to highly flavour it because it's very bland, and you need to also test it before you put it into the wontons, that's Tallulah, to make sure that it's got the right seasonings. So what I'm going to add to this sausage meat is some other ingredients that I've prepared beforehand, which is some coriander, which I've actually minced up in a little blender, which is this little red blender over here. So I'll put some coriander in there, and I would probably say I'm putting about half a bunch of the coriander, which I've minced up. And then I put a little bit of tissue on that so it doesn't dry out too much. Then I'm going to put in there what I've already diced up as well. And I'm sure you all know how to do ginger and garlic, but here is some garlic that I've minced up as well. And I would say that would probably be about 3 cloves. So 3 cloves of garlic. And then we've got some ginger. And this is a little Indian spice or a little Indian pickle dish. But here's some diced up, and I've actually minced it with a fine grater. And I've chopped some, so there's some little chunks in there, so you've got some variations in there. And I've put 2 teaspoons of that in as well. So now, in this little pot here, I have some onions and some peppers that I've already fried off. If you put raw onions in there and raw peppers in there, then they don't often cook down enough in the time that you're going to put them in the oven. So I pre-fry them so that you don't suddenly get a crunchy bit in between, which would be nice. And I would say that's probably about a small onion and half a red pepper. Now the thing that's going to make it taste lovely, and if I just wash my hands, the thing that's going to make it taste nice and different is the 5 spice, which you can get down the aisle where the chicken is. It's with all the other spices, and I'm going to probably put in there a good teaspoon. Now this is where you've got to put your hands in and mix it all together. So just get in there. Think of somebody you don't like. And just mix it all together. Take your aggression out on it. Well, that smells lovely. I'm getting the 5 spices coming through now. Now, because I've done this a few times, I know that this will taste quite nice, but I would say to you, test out your flavourings, get a little frying pan ready, and with a little bit of oil in there, and take a tiny teaspoon off, and just put it in the frying pan, and actually fry it off, and then taste it to see if it's to your liking. So just because it's pork, I'll just make sure they're washed properly. Okay, that's that. And come over here. Right, now if you go up New Milton High Street near Barclays Bank, just sort of up from Morrison's, there's a little tiny Anglo-Saxon shop that sells lots of different foods from different continents, and in their freezer compartment out the back on the left hand side there is packets of wontons pastries, and they come already prepared, and these are amazing. You can do so much with these. Canapes are amazing in them. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a blob of your wonton meat or your pork in the centre, if I get rid of that, of the wonton, and then you're going to just wet the edges. Just wet the edges, that's it. And then you bring them up and you squeeze them together. Now I'm doing them quite flat today, and you can make them into little parcels like the Chinese wontons, But I think if they're done like that, then they've got more space for the pork to actually cook properly in the oven. Now, most people would fry those. I'm not going to fry those. I'm actually going to spray them with oil and I'm going to put them in the oven so they're not so fattening. So I'll just do that again. Wipe my hands. And I have, you can brush them with oil or you can spray them with oil. Oh, go away, Tallulah. You're such a gamut. And this is just a little tiny travel bottle from Boots. I think they're about £1, £1.50, but it's useful for spraying with oil. And then I will put them in the oven. And I don't use my Stanley. It's just too long-winded. So I just use this little tiny oven, and I put this on a silicone mat. Wonton on there, spray it with oil, and then that will probably, I will take about 20 minutes until it's golden, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like later.